It's a beautiful day for racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. We are here with the Arca Series, the Allstar Offline Racing Series. We are getting ready for race number 5 out of 8. So qualifying is beginning right now. So 3 drivers entering this race are within 25 points of each other. James Prepare Jr., he is a points leader. Dakota Pryor 2nd, Destiny Borg 3rd. Destiny does not have a win this season, but she is 3rd in points. She is 25 points back. James and Dakota both have a win. Joining them with a win, the number 1 Foxy Pirate, and then the 02 of Dale Lightning. They all have wins. 4 drivers so far, 4 races, and 4 different winners. So this week is Talladega, race number 5 out of 8. Next week, Martinsville. Then we go to Roval, the Roval at Charlotte. And after the Roval, we go to the dirt track of Eldora. Eldora should be a pretty wild race for sure. Now, the thing with Eldora, the final race of this point season, we can only have up to 30 drivers in the race, in the main race. So we are going to have multiple heat races. We'll have a last chance showdown to set the 30-car field. And if you are not, if you're one of the points contenders and you do not make it into a transfer position, well, you have unfortunately lost your chance of winning the championship. So the stakes are very high at that track. It is going to be a wild race, a wild event. And unlike any of the other ARCA races, the last race at Eldora, the main race, is going to be a bit longer. We're going to allow everybody to have a chance to win and move through the field, and it's just going to be a great event. So we can't wait for that. In the meantime, though, we have 3 more races to run before that happens. And look at, so far, the first lap in qualifying, the number 1, that's Foxy Pirate. He won at Daytona. Here he is with the pole so far. Shannon Lowe 2nd. See if the number 1 can hold off everybody else and keep the pole position. Now, another thing before qualifying ends, next season for the All-Star Offline Racing Series as a whole, we might be getting rid of the ARCA Series, might be getting rid of the Truck Series as well. I would love to know you guys' feedback on this. The YouTube channel is starting to grow a good bit, and it's starting to become too much to where right now, with like my everyday job and this, it's a little hard to post races constantly and then also go to my normal 9-to-5 job and maintain everything with my family. So I might have to cut some races out, might have to cut some series out for now, but we were thinking about putting everybody in one series. We had what was called qualifying races last season for the Cup series. And the qualifying races basically consisted of everybody who was outside of the top 30 in points would go into a qualifying race. The top 10 or the top 12 drivers would make it to the main race and be able to battle for the win. So we might have to do that with the pace that this channel is growing. We are nearing 250 subscribers, and it is growing every day. So I'm absolutely happy about that, but I would like to get you guys' opinion. I do have a format set up if we were to go that route. But in the meantime, we have got a race to call and a race to watch. The number 1, Foxy Pirate, he has the pole. Won at Daytona. He is looking fast already here today at Talladega. Beside him is the number 43 of Harry Johnson. A lot of light blue cars in this field. The 46, Shannon Lowe. The 7 of Winston Parker. Got the 5 of Colton Harmon. The 32 of Ash Britt. We've got the 34 of Alex Bruno. 23 of Jordan Fixon. Thought he was going to win last week at Pocono. Unfortunately, he did not get the win. We've got the 81 Sebastian Ruiz. The 69 of Eric Jacks. 3rd place in the points, that number 10, Destiny Borg. She finished 2nd at Daytona, finished 2nd at Bristol, the first 2 races. She's had a pretty good season, doing pretty well so far. But those are her only top 5 finishes this season. Beside her, the 99 of Casey Nanico. We've got the 62 of Justin Lightning. Beside him, the 2 that is the NASCAR Legends driver. We've got the 3 of Luke Parks, the 30 of James Weber, the 18 of Dale Cole Jr. Beside him, the 25, that normally would be Alvin Jones. But Alvin, he suffered an injury at Talladega. His replacement driver has not been mentioned yet. And hopefully by the time this video gets uploaded to YouTube, we will know his replacement driver. But the 25 today, that is Alexander Jones. He is going to sub for his brother. Great to see that in this series. But we wish him a speedy recovery. The 48 Darvish Jr., that red car, he is behind them. Beside that 48, the 52 Robbie Bannister won at Talladega last season in the Cup Series, so he knows how to get it done here today. Behind them, the 33 John Jackson, the 15 Dave Benjamin Jr., we've got the 06 of Cooper McCollum, the 51 of Matt Pouchot, the 8 Dakota Pryor, second place in points, starting deep in the field today. Behind them, the 75 Andy Rollo, and that 54 James Pepera Jr., he is the points leader. He took the points lead over last week after winning the race. 28, that is Papa Carey. Beside him is the 11 of Ethan Lewis. We've got the number 9, that's Jeff Joes, the 22 Mudkip, the 02 of Dale Lightning, the 04 of Isaiah Williams. Got the 88 on the inside, Christian Wilson, the 98 of Jeff Light, the 41 of Osman Hamid, the 77, that's Harrison Johnson. And that is the field. So, 38 drivers are in the series. Some of these drivers have only been here for a couple starts. Jeff Light, Cooper McCollum, both have made one start this season. Justin Lightning has made 2 starts, would be Jeff Joes, and a few other drivers have 3 or 4 starts. So anyway, the 1 of Foxy Pirate, the 43 of Harry Johnson on the front row. Number 1 is going to lead the field to the green flag when we get the command. This track a little bit different than Daytona. Daytona, they would be racing already. Now we are green flag. Green flag in the air here at Talladega. Race number 5 out of 8 for the Arca Series. That 43, Harry Johnson, he got a great start. If he could get clear of that number 1, that would be incredible for that car. He would be able to get down low and clear the entire pack, and it looks like he might. 3 cars on the outside, 3 cars on the inside. Immediate drafting help for that 43. You see him pulling ahead. Harry Johnson started second on the outside line, and he is now clearing the bottom line. He will be first. Here comes the 7 of Winston Parker. He's trying to get past the number 1 now, a Foxy Pirate. Cannot quite do it yet. His drafting help went up to the top lane. That's a 32 of Ash Britt. Off of turn number 4, they're side by side. 3 wide up here for second. 4 wide further back in the field. 43, Harry Johnson is going to lead the first lap of Talladega. A lot of crazy racing already. Like we just said a lap ago at the start of this race, this is a bit different than Talladega or Daytona. Talladega, you can run 4 wide. Look at the 7 and the 5. They're both in the wall. The 5 of Colton Harmon hit the wall pretty hard. 7 of Winston Parker in the wall. He is going to fall back. Up front, there's still 3 wide for the lead. Go back to the very back here. The 5 of Colton Harmon, he is off the pace. 30 of James Weber in front of him. That split up some of these drivers. The 7 of Winston Parker, he's back here with some of these cars. Up front, though, the battle still continues for the race lead. The 30 or the 22 or 23, that is. Jordan Fixon out front. The 99, Casey Nanico underneath of him, trying to get the lead. 3 and 4 wide continues here at Talladega. We're only on lap number 3. Look back here, the points leader, James Pepera Jr. He is in this field. Same with the 8. Oh, there's a spin. Almost a spin. Never mind. There was almost a spin. That was the 10 of Destiny Borg, the 62 Justin Lightning. I know they were both up at the top of the track, almost in the wall, almost hit each other and spun each other out. Look who is in second place now, the number 8 of Dakota Pryor, second in points entering this race. We have a driver coming down pit road. I think that's Del Cole Jr. 4 wide for second up near the front. 23, Jordan Fixon. He's starting to pull away just a little bit. We've got 4 wide, multiple rows deep. It's about 3 or 4 rows back. Dakota Pryor trying to take second place away. Oh, the points leader's involved. There's a crash to 54, James Prepare Jr. I think there was a crash. Where's he at? He is. No, never mind. James Prepare Jr. saved it somehow. There he is right there. Osman Hamid right behind him, trying to get past him. James Prepare Jr., he was hit, almost crashed. Man, that could have taken the points leader out of this race. Dakota Pryor up near the front. A little bit of battling here. The 15, Dave Benjamin Jr., almost got hit. And we have a big gap between some of these leaders. Look at them. We're on pit road. You see there's the lead pack. Couple stragglers there. And then the back half of the field right there. Jordan Fixon at 23. He continues to lead as we have still 3 and 4 wide racing mid-pack here in this main drafting pack. But Dakota Pryor, the number 8, he has gotten side by side with the 43, trying to take second place away, trying to get to the front and lead some laps. Here comes the 43 now. Harry Johnson on the inside. He started second. He has a pretty quick car. Makes a great move down low. He is going to take the lead away. Jordan Fixon going to fall back to second on the outside line. See if he can come back now. He is starting to come back a little bit. The 11 of Ethan Lewis giving him a good push down the front stretch. I think Jordan still might be the race leader. There is a lap car in front of these drivers. He is slow and off the pace. That's the 62 Justin Lightning, one of the drivers that came down pit road. Jordan Fixon able to hold off the 43 for the lead. Jordan has been very fast. Look at this mess back here. 4 wide, almost 5 wide now. Packet cars behind him. We're actually going to look and see who that is. That is 25th, James Weber in that second pack, leading that drafting pack, trying to get to the front here. They're about 4.5 seconds off the pace. We'll see if they gain any ground this time by. Jordan Fixon goes on the outside line to get past the 62, Justin Lightning. Man, Jordan has such a fast car today. He is just pulling away from this field. Normally, you don't see cars pull away that much. So let's see that second pack. They were 4.38 seconds, now 4.30 seconds. They are starting to catch this pack just a little bit, ever so slightly. You see them there. They're forming up. They're 2 wide and pretty much single file back there. Up at the front here, there's a lot of battling happening. 43 of Harry Johnson. He did get the race lead away from, or no, Jordan Fixon still out front. Harry Johnson on the outside line. That's my bad. Looks like the 48 of Darvish Jr. going down pit road. I think he might have some damage possibly, but he is now on pit road getting some service to his car. Up front, still a side-by-side battle. Jordan Fixon still leading this race. He's on the outside line now. The 32 of Ash Britt on the inside line. Second group, they are 3.5 seconds back. They are catching this main pack. You see them there. They are getting closer and closer every single lap. Looking for some of the points contenders. Dakota Pryor, 15th in this race right now. The 54, James Prepare Jr., he is further back. James Prepare, he is 34th in that second pack. We've got 2 cars a lap down. The 5, Colton Harmon. The 62, Justin Lightning. Destiny Borg was 30th. Oh, there's a mechanical failure on the track. Who is that? That's the 98, I think, Jeff Light. Oh, my gosh, this is going to cause a huge issue. Can he get down low? This is going to split the pack up for sure. He is trying to get down low. There he goes. He goes down low. This is going to allow the second pack to catch up. And now the second pack is going to get even bigger here. But now the front pack, they're split up. The back half is split up. Well, they're not really split up. They're still kind of together. But they have caught some of the back half of the field. So Jeff Light, unfortunately, he is going to have to retire early from this race. He was up in the front pack. The front pack now spread out. Jordan Fixon still out front. That number 23 holding off Ash Britt. Jordan has led about the last 4 or 5 laps. And he has been just really fast today. Single file, you've got Dale Cole Jr. in third. Dale Cole, he needs a good run today, and he is having a good run. Cooper McCollum in his second start of the season. Cooper is back here. See the back half of the field. They're regrouping. Now they're going to try to get back up towards the front. 2 distinct packs of cars. A couple stragglers in between the main pack and the second pack. Right now, the front leader is single file. There's really no huge runs coming from anybody. See a couple cars duck out of line. Jordan Fixon, though, he is going to block the 32 of Ash Britt. Lap number 11 out of 38. No caution yet. We have been caution-free today. '98, Jeff Light had valve problems, and that is why he is out of the race. See the 25 trying to pull down low. That is Alexander Jones this week. Darvish Jr. and Colton Harmon further ahead of these race leaders. They're both a lap down and both slow. So we'll have to see if they slow up this lead pack, group them up if there's going to be a crash, or if they can get past those lap cars. Jordan Fixon still out front. I think they're single file, so they should be able to get past these front few drivers. First 5 drivers, single file, they're starting to break away from the rest of the field. Lap cars side by side in front of them. The pack scatters. Jordan Fixon up top. He has nowhere to go. Now the 32 of Ash Britt down low. Ash Britt going to push Colton Harmon further ahead. Jordan Fixon has led the last 7 or so laps now, and now he is going to lose the lead. Darvish Jr., Colton Harmon now up top. See further in the back. Oh, they're crashing back. Oh, up here. Oh, a huge crash. The 8 of Dakota Pryor's involved. The 81. He is involved. And they're coming up the track. Can the leaders of the rest of these cars get past? Oh, a huge crash. The 7 of Winston Parker upside down. That's the 3, the 69. I think that's the 54, the points leader. The 04, I believe. Yeah, oh my gosh. And they're still crashing back here. That was a hard hit. The points leader, James Prepara Jr., involved, barely limping back. I don't even know if he'll be able to make it back. The 2 NASCAR legends, he was involved. He is stuck on the track, I think. Major implications in the points for this driver. James Prepara Jr. had the points lead, 15 points ahead. Man, that is unfortunate. His day, I believe, is definitely done. You've got Winston Parker. He's on pit road. That's the 7, the 22 Mudkip, the 8 of Dakota Pryor, second place in points. He was involved in that. He was in the main pack. He is on pit road. He got hit pretty hard, I believe. The 2 NASCAR legends, the 69, that's Eric Jacks, the 81 Sebastian Ruiz. Heavy damage on that car. Man, oh man. First crash of the race. We are actually approaching the halfway point. The 43, Harry Johnson, going to be the race leader. The 32, Ash Britt second. These leaders, they had caught the 2 lap drivers, the 5 and the 48. And I think that really just set everybody into a frenzy, into a panic. And it caused so many issues up near the front. Dakota Pryor was the first driver I saw that was spun around. See Foxy Pirate, Dale Cole Jr., Dave Benjamin Jr., they're all on pit road. A lot of drivers still on pit road. You see a couple cars disappearing. That means that they are out of the race. Dakota Pryor, the 8, he is still on pit road. I haven't looked. We got to look at the list and see who's out, but I'm pretty sure that 54, the points leader, out of the race. You see the 8 of Dakota Pryor out of the race. So second place in points, the 54, James Prepara Jr., he is also out as well. Man, oh man, so this, if Destiny Borg, the number 10, if she can get a good finish, she's running 24th now, if she can get a good finish, she will take the points lead back. She was the points leader for a race, for one race, and then once Dakota Pryor got his win, he went to the points lead. James Prepara Jr., once he got his win, he went to the points lead. So man, oh man, that is a huge points implication day for these drivers. Let's go back and look at Dakota Pryor. Yeah, this is right when they caught those drivers, the 48 and the 5 Colton Harmon. Dakota Pryor, he's on the outside line. He just got hit by Sebastian. They went down low, and Dakota had hit the wall pretty hard. So did Sebastian. And then watch the 7. Huge hit. That was such a hard hit for Winston Parker. The 3, Luke Parks, he was involved. James Prepare Jr. upside down. Isaiah Williams as well. And then you see the 2, he was involved. I don't think he really had damage, though, so he should be all right. Watch again with the, watch again with the 7 of Winston Parker. Watch how hard he hits. Ooh. He hit hard. He went upside down. Hopefully he is all right. That was a hard hit. 54, James Prepare Jr. Pretty hard hit as well. He didn't have a lot of damage until he started flipping in the grass. That's actually where he pretty much got all of his damage. Oh, he flipped. Once he flipped, that's where he got his damage. Let's ride on board with the 7, Winston Parker. That was a hard hit. 41, Osman Hamid had just gotten past Winston. Let's see, the crash already happened, and hit the front of the 81. And that was a hard hit. I mean, I don't care who you are. That was a hard hit right there. Go on board with a couple other drivers here. Let's go on board with, let's see, the, somebody. Let's go on board with the, oh, wow, look at that. Destiny Borg is right behind the points leader. Let's go on board with Destiny. The 54, James Prepare Jr. right in front of her. You see the crash happen. James was not lucky to get out of that crash. Destiny was able to get past. You see the 54 is upside down at that point. So that could have been the biggest change in the point series. And that could be the championship. I mean, that obviously there's a lot of racing left. A couple more races left. The points is really close. But that move there could win Destiny Borg the points championship. Right here, riding with James Prepare Jr. right there. And then this is where he flipped, and that was the unfortunate crash for him. Go on board with Luke Parks real quick and see his view through the crash. He was a little further back in this field. He was getting a big run. Didn't know where to go. Oh. He was the first driver to hit the 7 after the 7 had flipped. So a lot of drivers out from the first crash of the day, the big one, already at Talladega. We're almost halfway through this race. We're going to have a restart, possibly another crash the way these drivers are racing. 30 drivers are left in this race. Dakota Pryor, second place in points entering this race, 31st position for him. James Prepare Jr., first place in points entering this race. He gets 37th position. And also out of the race from that crash, you've got the 81, Sebastian Ruiz. The 3 of Luke Parks, he just retired. The 7, Winston Parker, he had a hard hit. Hopefully he is all right. Same with Sebastian. The 22, Mudkip. The 69 of Eric Jacks, he is out. The 15, Dave Benjamin Jr. And then the 98 was already out of the race. Oh, and you see Isaiah Williams as well, the 04. He is also retired from the race. So 28 drivers remain in the field. Destiny Borg running in 22nd right now. The 33, John Jackson, he is behind Destiny in the points. He is running in 13th. Right now, John is hoping he can get past Destiny in the points. Isaiah Williams out of the race. He was 5th in points. So right now, 3 out of the top 5 drivers in points out of the race. A lot of drivers down on the inside line, a lap down or more. The 48, Darvish Jr., the 62 of Justin Lightning. The 2 NASCAR legends, he was involved in that crash. And the 5, Colton Harmon, also involved in the crash. And He had to come down pit road for a pit stop earlier as well. So those 4 drivers on the inside line, a lap down. The 43, Harry Johnson, he is out front. He will be leading the field back to the green flag. Jordan Fixon, 23. He led the majority of the race so far. He is back in 8th place. Also creeping up through the field, the 52, Robbie Bannister. He's running in 9th place. Won last year at Talladega in the Cup Series. I would not count Robbie Bannister out of this race. Not at all. So the pace car on pit road now. The 43, Harry Johnson, going to lead the field to the green. Ash Britt behind him. Ethan Lewis behind him. And the green flag is now in the air, and we are backing away here at Talladega. Lap number 17 out of 18. 22 laps to go here at Talladega. They're already mixing it up back here. Some of the lap cars getting in the way. Justin Lightning, Colton Harmon. There's the 48 Darvish Jr., the 2 NASCAR legends. I think all these drivers are up to pace. I don't think we're going to have anybody that's straggling and kind of hanging off the tail end of the field. I think everyone will be all right. Already 3 and 4 wide. Look at the aggression already from the front pack. 4 wide. The 43, Harry Johnson, pulling away. We have seen today in this Arca race, if you're the race leader, you have such an advantage. You're able to pull away from the rest of the field. And look at that. 4 wide, now 5 wide, further back in this field. Can they make it without crashing? They're 5 wide through the tri-oval into turn number 1. Someone's got to give. Someone has to let off. 5 wide. John Jackson, the 33, he's involved in the 5 wide racing. One of the points contenders. Very tense moment for some of these drivers. Everybody makes it without any issues. The entire field is back together. Harry Johnson out front. Behind him, the 9. He is running in 2nd. That's Jeff Jones. There's a crash again. Caution flag out. That's the, who is that, the 30? No, the 99, the 11, the 25. Oh, just a few cars involved with that crash. They race back to the line. 43, Harry Johnson, going to get the lead, or stay in the lead. No issues there with that driver. The 99, Casey Nanico, he's involved. The 25, Alexander Jones, subbing for his brother. He is involved as well. The 11 of Ethan Lewis. Ethan did not make it back to pit road, so he is in pit road right now. They had to tow him back. Alexander has quite a bit of damage on that 25 car. Casey Nanico does not really have a lot of damage. I think he'll be all right. So just as we went back to green, we get another caution. This time for just 3 drivers involved. Let's go and look at that crash, see what happened. Coming out of turn 3, well, in turns 3 and 4, this wreck happened. So, you see, I think it was with the 11, the 25, I think they just made some contact. Now, look right in front of the 11, Ethan Lewis. That's Destiny Borg, one of the points contenders. She was actually involved. Wow. Destiny, though, able to save her car. That could have ended her day easily. Watch again. Ethan Lewis into Destiny. Destiny into, who was at the 41, I believe? Osman Hamid. 99, Casey Nanico. Could not get past without any damage. She did get some damage involved in that crash. Right on board with him. They just start crashing there. Luckily, nobody else was behind these drivers. Casey is alright. I don't even think he has to come down pit road, honestly. I think he'll be okay. 41 of Osman Hamid on pit road. The 11, Ethan Lewis. The 25, Alexander Jones. They are all in pit road. And we are halfway through the Arca race at Talladega. Harry Johnson leads this race. We will be right back. Give us a few minutes. We'll be back to call more of the action. So we are back here at Talladega. 43 of Harry Johnson going to lead the field back to the green flag. We now have 5 drivers that are a lap or more down on the inside line. Those drivers desperately trying to get their laps back in case we have another crash. Now the 5th car on the inside line, the 11, Ethan Lewis, he was involved in that last crash, but I don't know, hopefully he's not too damaged. Hopefully he can stay with the lead pack and not mess anybody up. We're over halfway. We are getting down to the end of the race, so this could be a pretty wild finish. We could very well have our second green-white checkered finish of the season. Had that last race at Pocono, and that was a pretty wild event there. We had numerous, I believe it was 3 green-white checkered finishes to end that race. Multiple crashes. It was just a wild event. So will we have a first-time winner today? Dale Lightning running in 5th place. He won at Pocono. Or I'm sorry. He won at, what was that? Kansas, I believe, earlier this season, and he is running in 5th place, trying to get his second win of the season. He's been a contender up at the front. The 1, a Foxy Pirate, he won at Daytona, got the pole here today. He is running up there as well. He's in 6th place, or 7th place, I'm sorry. Green flag is back in the air here at Talladega. We are back underway. The field already too wide and trying to get past each other as fast as they possibly can. Harry Johnson, another great start for him. Man, he is on another planet on these restarts. 2 drivers behind him are both a lap down. See where they go, if they're going to help him or if they're going to try to get past him and try to get their laps back. 62, Justin Lightning has a big push from the 2 NASCAR legends. Like we said, they are a lap down. So is that 5, Colton Harmon. The number 9 is running in 2nd. He is 3 cars away from the leader. Number 9, Jeff Joes, now down low. He is going to merge into the line. 43, Harry Johnson trying to hold that inside line off. 62, Justin Lightning trying to get his lap back. Some of the cars in the back of the field trying to catch back up. Here comes the 9 of Jeff Joes. The 11 and the 48, they're both a lap down as well. Kyle Vickers running in 3rd. He has so many cars between him and the race leader trying to get to the front. Harry Johnson leading this race. We saw when that 23, Jordan Fixon, was up at the front. He was able to hold on to the lead for numerous laps. And then we unfortunately had a caution to end the racing. But yeah, so far the front position, the leader of this race, is pretty much able to dictate each line and if they get a good run or not. We saw once Jordan fell back, he has not been up to the lead since. He is not even in the top 10 right now. 3 and 4 wide intensifies back in the back of the field. 4 wide there. Up front, the 11, the 48, both a lap down. Here comes the 32 of Ash Britt. What about the 06, Cooper McCollum? Making his second start of his season. He is running up near the front of the field. 4 wide further back here at Talladega. The 9, Jeff Joes, trying to move past some of these lap drivers. Trying to get past them and trying to get to the front. 43, Harry Johnson, still out front. He just has a huge lead over these drivers. That doesn't look like much of a lead, but that is a huge lead here at Talladega. And they're not able to get a good run on him. When they get a good run, they pretty much fall back or they get blocked by that 43. 77 of Harrison Johnson up near the front now. He is running in 2nd place, getting position away from Jeff Joes. 4 wide further behind these drivers. I think they can make it without any issues. That's the 11 of Ethan Lewis. Look at the inside line now. They are coming. 13 to go right now. This time by it's going to be 12 laps to go. Still 4 wide. Ethan Lewis, Kyle Vickers on the far outside. Harry Johnson still the race leader. Top 3 drivers now have separated themselves. Look at that. That's the number 10 of Destiny Borg. Where did she come from? She was back in 30th position about 10 laps ago. She is up in 3rd place, trying to take the points lead away. Huge move behind her. The 99 of Casey Nanico. And I believe that's the 41 of Osman Hamid. Made a huge move there. 4 wide. The 28 Papakari up top. Can they get past this turn without crashing? Destiny Borg now going down low. She is going to try to get the lead, but no help right now. Osman Hamid going to try to get past her on the outside. Here comes Casey Nanico on the inside line. Destiny Borg, she is ahead of that 33 John Jackson. John just a few cars back. He is behind Destiny in points. He is about 25 points back. Destiny right now running in 3rd. She is. So after a very dominating performance from the 23 Jordan Fixon, the race winner, and the 43 Harry Johnson, between both of those drivers leading 37 out of 38 laps. James Webber was the other driver who led a lap. With their misfortunes from this race, James Prepare Jr. falls from 1st to 5th. Dakota Pryor falling back to 4th. See John Jackson 2 points ahead of Destiny Borg. He is the points leader. Behind them is Matt Pouchot. Those 3 drivers have finished every single lap this season. They are the only drivers to finish all the laps. Between those 3 drivers, Destiny Borg has led 2 laps, and that is it. They have not led any other laps, but they finished every lap. John Jackson, 4 top 10s. He is doing something right this season. Great run for him today. Destiny Borg as well. The top 7 drivers, 93 points separating them. The top 10 drivers are separated by 146 points. Jordan Fixon from 25th in points to 10th. See a few drivers falling back. Harry Johnson, the 43 driver, he is up to 6th place in points. He had a great run. You see a lot of drivers, though, have lost a lot of positions, gained a lot of positions. Cooper McCollum, with his finish, he finishes in the top 10. He moves up to 37th in points, but those drivers back there are making some of their first starts of the season. One thing I do want to point out, you see most of the drivers here, it says they only have 4 starts, but you might be thinking, well, I've raced in all the races. How am I so far up if I've only done 4 races? Well, if you go over here to the provisionals, this counts as a race. At Pocono, with the green-white checkered finishes, when we would restart the race and get back to green flag after the caution, everybody that was involved in a crash would get a provisional. That's how we had to work the points, so everybody did get points for that race. So if you see a 1 or more than a 1 in this field, that means you do have a start, but that was a crash that you had at Pocono. So, for instance, over here, Cooper McCollum, 1 start, and 1 provisional, so that means he has 2 starts so far this season. So anyway, the points are pretty interesting, that's for sure. Very close. 3 races left in the points season. I have a feeling that the point series is going to get even closer than it is now. So, I want to say thank you all for coming out and watching this race at Talladega, watching the Arca series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed calling it, enjoyed watching it as well. Until then, we're going to be back next week with Martinsville for the Arca series. The Truck and the Cup series go to Texas this coming week, so get ready for that race, or both of those races. That will be on the weekend. That should be a lot of fun. Until then, we'll see you next week in the Arca series. Have a great week.